Let's get a post-match interview here at the Erie following today's 1-1 draw with Cirencester. Start with you, Dave. Will we view that as a point gained or 2 points dropped?
I think it was a fair result. So neither really. Like I say, it was a point gained, if you like. They've scored an offside goal at the end, and they're sitting one place out of the playoffs, so they're a decent side, as we know. First half, the two wide players were very good. I thought we'd done well to contain those two when we did in the game. And yeah, look, we've had a great opportunity at the end to potentially go 2-1 up, but in truth, you know, I think we're quite happy to have taken a point from it in the end. I think it'd have been unfair to have lost it, as I think it'd have been unfair for them to have lost it. So a point apiece is probably a fair reflection.
James, obviously it was already a sort of low chance of making the playoffs anyway with all the games that we got left and the amount of points that we are behind. But was that a result today that probably didn't do anything for either side's aspirations?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, obviously if we'd have lost it probably would have been a nightmare, but I think the way this league is, you just don't know who's going to win week by week. Teams at the top not guaranteed to win, teams at the bottom not guaranteed to lose. So I think you can't really read too much into it until it's mathematically impossible. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just talking about the goal at the end, what was your view of that? I mean, they seem to be convinced that the guy that was offside didn't touch the ball.
I thought it was a goal. It's my honest answer from the side. I thought it was curled in, and I thought it was a goal went through bodies.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was, from my view, I didn't think it was obstructed or anything like that. I think it was a good shot, curled into the corner, and there was bodies there, and it's gone through bodies and in the bottom corner. That was my view of it. So I thought it was a goal. It was only when obviously I saw the assistant put his flag up that I realised. But no, I thought it was a good goal from my angle. That you, Dave or Skip, all stood around the same side.
I think he flagged for the original ball in. I think that's what it was.
Right.
Oh, I was going to say, because the actual shot I thought was a good one, just through bodies.
Miles offside.
Yeah. Skip.
My view is miles offside. Absolutely.
Why am I not surprised? Harry Dawson on target again today. He's been in great form for us the last few games. What did you make of his strike today?
I spoke to you before you started videoing there. Your angle's far better. It looked a good strike from our side, but you just felt the way he'd struck it. I'd love to have seen it from your side, your angle. But yeah, the lad's doing very, very well. He's come in. What's that? Fifth game. Picked up a couple of man of the match awards. He's done. Yeah, he's been a revelation. Adam Hunt's been injured since end of January, so we have missed his energy and his the way he gets to the byline, the way he gets the crosses in, the way he takes people on. Teams are wary of him, and all of a sudden we've picked up Harry from Cambridge, who's not going to be with us. I wouldn't have thought next season. The way he's going, they'll be probably looking to put him up a higher level, but he's been brilliant. It's a joy to watch him. Nice lad as well, isn't he? Good guy.
Looking ahead to the cup final on Tuesday, obviously Rio limped off at half time. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, he'll be fit. He'll be fine. He's more precautionary, so he'll be fine. Got a few players back as well that have been training regularly. They were out there today running, warmed up with the group, done a number of runs at half time and done a little bit at the end. So yeah, they're declaring themselves fitter. Between ourselves, we've got some big decisions to make, because ultimately they're not going to be match fit, but they're big personalities, they're big players. You've got Alex Marsh, who could have been on the bench today, but we decided not to, because if he's on the bench, you're going to tend to throw him on. So he's back. Huntley's back. So yeah, looking very, very good. We rested Adam Wedd because he's played quite a lot of games lately, and he's had an injury. He's had a tough 18 months. So that was more precautionary as well. Simo was rested today again because of the amount of football that he's played. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Tuesday. So it'll be a good game.
So just looking ahead to Tuesday again, was that a lot behind the team selection today with that in mind? And is obviously Rio picking up a knock a worry ahead of that, but also you've got it's sort of a typical thing with a cup final, everybody declaring themselves fit. How difficult is that going to be to pick a 16 for Tuesday?
No, it'd be okay. There's two of the lads on the bench today haven't played enough games. Luke's cup tied, so we started Luke on the left today. We brought on Maris, who can't be used. We didn't bring on the other lad who wasn't available, but of course it's going to be difficult. We were in the last season, it was worse last season. We had to make some awful choices last year, with some big players for us that are still at the club who accepted what we had to say. And this year it's going to be a lot easier. The big thing will be probably narrowing the 11 down to the starting 11, but we'll get it done, and we might upset somebody, but it's just one of those things. We've got to make a choice. But in terms of squad, I think we've maybe got 17 players that we can use that are going to be available. 18. There's potential that Charlie could be added to the bench. Got to speak to Amy on that. So yeah, that would be okay. It would be far better than last year. We sat there last year and had to speak to, I think, Luke and Fish and a couple of others, and they didn't even make the squad last year. You had to watch the game, and it wasn't very, as managers, it's not an enjoyable thing to do, to say to somebody for this game. And you're right, players are making themselves fit, but genuinely, they're genuinely getting fit. We've had a lot of boys missing. Adam Hunt's been 10 weeks. Watched him do the warm up. He done the warm up well. But he's right at the start of it. So he'll not be a starter, but we'll be able to use him. So which will be a great bonus, and it's just be a case of where we go to. But we're looking good. I say today, we didn't change the side too much. We didn't have Bondi available. Bondi was away. We rested Simo on purpose, and we rested Weddy on purpose for Tuesday. And the boys we brought in were fine. We thought give Tilson a run up top, which we did.
How do you think he did?
Look, he'll be honest about himself. He's miles from being fully fit yet. He came to us at the start of the season, not having had a pre-season. He was slowly getting there. Then he picks up a hamstring injury. I think he's had it twice, and he's just coming. And it's almost like he's coming back now. So we know where we are with him. I think he understands where he is, and we're going to get over these few games at the end of the season, and he'll have a proper pre-season. We're doing the same with Lee, who we're forcing time into him. And they're both doing good bits in the game. It's not like, and we're not carrying them. They weren't pastures. Does Tilson do what Bondi does? Of course he doesn't. But it's one of those. He's still done. It was still effective. There was a couple of times he's held it, he rolled it. It's 2 or 3 headers. He gave us something that we haven't had. So, no complaints with what he did. And saying Luke replacing Weddy is not a weakness. Luke's been playing that position for us for weeks and weeks while Weddy was injured and was doing fine. So everything we picked today we thought was good. We still had a good bench. We was able to get young Raf on again. Brought him out of the reserves, put him on, gave him probably 15, 16 minutes with the injury time, and got some minutes into him. We're pleased, Do we think, would we have liked to have added all the boys that are coming back in? Of course you would. The bench, we had 5 players on the bench today that were not involved that would have improved the side, but we are where we are.
So do we? You already got a clear idea of what the starting 11 will be, or is it still dependent on players returning to fitness, or have you got a good idea of how we're going to set up on Tuesday?
We have 11 from 12 to start, and so we've just got to make a final decision, and that'll be down to shape. I think really we'll leave it to the maestro to decide what shape we are, and then we'll.
Who's that, Skip?
Yeah.
Well, I've got us 3 up top.
And on that note, I'll leave it there, chaps. Look forward to seeing you at Kenilworth Road on Tuesday.
Look forward to that.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.